Alrighty, we're live. Hello, hello, hello. And, oh, there we go. Started up quickly this time. And we're back to Katawa Shoujo. Yeah, we're on to Shizune's route. We haven't formally begun it, but I think we're kind of like locked in, given the events we've been seeing. We've been shanghaied, apparently. So yeah, I assume we'll be fairly soon into Act 1 of Shizune's route. I wonder if I can actually see from like these other ones, like how long the various routes took us. 425. Definite, so 9. Okay, so... Well, yeah, I suppose it makes sense that Emmy's route took us the longest, because that was the first time I went through, like, the whole of Act 1 and, like, wasn't, like, skipping previously seen events. So then this must be Rin's route. So, yeah, Emmy's took about 12 hours to go through. Rin's took about 10 and a half to 11 hours, depend. So it's just like, it depends on how many saves I had after that moment. So then it was... After Rin was Lily. Lily's also took about 11. And then Hanako's... Okay, Hanako's only took about 8 hours. Okay, so Hanako's was like 3 hours shorter than the other ones we've gone through. Because yeah, it looks like Rin's... Yeah, it looks like Rin, Emmy, and Lily all had about the same length. So I do wonder how long Shizune's is, by comparison. Okay. So, let me just remind myself, what was the last event that had just happened? Oh yeah, we'd just been helping out at the student council. Yeah, that would have been us helping put together the... whatchamacallit? The stalls. At 5 minutes past 8, an unbelievably loud banging jolts me awake. It's coming from outside my door. So is this Kenji or Misha? Oh, of course. Quickly, I open the door to see Shizune and Misha standing side by side before me. Both of them look a little worn out, although it's more noticeable on Misha. Which one of you knocked? I asked, echoing the question that must be on the mind of everyone in the entire building. That's not important, Hit-chan. She quickly dismisses it without even batting an eye. Oh, you're still in your pajamas, Hit-chan, so you don't wake up at 8. I notice her hair is wet. Her curls are barely holding their shape. No, I thought I'd sleep a bit later since it's the weekend and all. I've been seriously sleep deprived this week. I wonder if she missed the poison in my words. Then it's a good thing we came to wake you up. Anyway, Hit-chan, I guess you would like to know why we're here, wouldn't you? It's not hard to guess, but I wish she wouldn't say the words she is going to say next. Would you like to skip class and go somewhere nice with us? Come again? Would you like to skip class to do something fun? I was certain they'd force me to help them again with some slave work. Seriously? Misha grins and nods enthusiastically. Ah yes, of course, the very disciplined members of our student council are just kind of like, it's fine, we can go off, like, skip class to goof off somewhere. Set a good example for the rest of the student body. Though... I also don't know how much we can trust these two, that it really is. That it's not actually some task they need doing. I like this new approach they're taking, although I'm somewhat surprised that they would suggest skipping class, even if we have only half a day since it's Saturday. Aren't you too worried about constantly missing class? Well, it doesn't seem to be a problem. Hichan, the school is pretty much at a standstill whenever this time rolls around. It's a Saturday too. Don't you want to do something fun? I'm amazed by how little they seem to care. Not that we're pressuring you to give us your company, but we thought you might like to hang out. So, would you like to join us? Come on, you'll have a lot more fun than just sitting here with your head on your desk. I guess I won't be missing anything important, nor will I be missed. Though that kind of conflicts with what we were seeing in Hanako's route. And to be honest, in most other routes, like Muto has been like distinctly paying attention to Hisao. Bringing up the importance of kind of like, no, you need to still like keep preparing for your future. Alright then. I don't think I'd be missing much. What do you have in mind? My eyes narrow with suspicion as a thought crosses into my mind. Wait, this isn't just some trick to get me to do more student council stuff, right? No, of course not. That's a really mean thing to just assume like that, Hichan. And besides, you're in the student council now, remember? If we wanted you to do something for us, we wouldn't have to trick you. This is a kind of coercion that is new to me. Only two pretty girls could pull it off. I allow myself to relax a bit. Maybe I'm being too paranoid. It seems like they may really just want to hang out. Nevertheless... No tricks? No tricks! Stop being so paranoid! Well, if you say so. Suddenly, I realize I still am wearing pajamas. I wonder if you'd let me dress up first. Eh? Why, Hichan? You look just fine. I'd still prefer wearing something else. I close the door before she gets a chance to reply and quickly pull on my uniform. I like the quick note that he locked the door as well, like just a distrust that it's kind of... I don't trust you not to just walk into the room. Stepping back into the hallway, I see Shizune and Misha are engaged in an animated discussion. I wonder if people discussing in sign ever accidentally poke each other in the eyes. While I'm contemplating this, Shizune taps me on the shoulder impatiently. So, we're planning on slipping into town. Remember that tea shop we were at on Wednesday? Tea shop? You don't remember? Oh, you mean that cafe? Tea shop! It's called the Shanghai. China is the birthplace of tea, you know. Come on, Hichan. I'll even treat you today. Not me. I mean Shichan. I don't know. It's nice. It's really relaxing. It's like half cafe, half restaurant, half sophisticated, half library. What? That's a lot of halves. But Misha doesn't seem to notice that. So? Come on. It's not often that we have this much free time. It's not free time, though. If you're busy, though, you don't have to. It's not like your presence is absolutely required. I've never seen more weakly disguised reverse psychology in my life. I feel kind of tired today, and my teachers in my classes might want to know where I am. Maybe. On the other hand, I haven't really been into town at all since I've gotten here. So, this is a good reason to head there. I don't know if it's a good reason, Hisao. It's a reason. Also, I could use something to eat. If it's Shizune's treat, even better. I'm totally broke. Alright, let's go. Lead the way. Great! We make it to the tea shop within a 15-minute walk. It seems that we are the only customers around. Is it always this quiet in the morning? By that, I mean, is it always this empty? Oh, this is kind of weird. Hey, this isn't a bad thing though, right? You're right. We take our seats at a large, square wooden table, and it hits me that I don't know what this place serves. I just went with what Yuko recommended the last time. Hey, is there a menu or something? Nope. That was a strange amount of zest. So, is it just kind of whatever they bother to be making? So, Hichan, have you decided what you're going to order? Can we decide without a menu? I look around the store and can't see anything resembling a menu. I don't understand. What's up with this place? What gives? Is this some kind of secret shop? Can you normally only enter here with a secret handshake? Some kind of a wink and a nod? Do you need someone to vouch for you? A blood oath? Damn it. There's nothing like this last time. I don't know. The last time I think I just got coffee? What did they serve here? Tea! Well, that's not just tea, right? Not only tea. There's other stuff too, right? Clearly? Clearly? Like what? There are no menus here. Where are the menus? They're playing another joke on me. There's no way out of this. All I can do is brace myself for the inevitable oncoming burn. I almost want to walk out of the store, but I'm already sitting down. It would be improper to leave now. The unspoken rules of polite social conduct block my exit like a wall of fire. I decide to play it safe. I'll order what they order if it's acceptably manly enough. If good food is good food, Hisao. Why don't you two order before me? Ladies first. Oh, I just noticed like the expression on Shizune's face. It's like we knew that was the plan. Well played, Hichan, but we already ordered. How is that possible? When? How? From who? We are regulars. We come here so often that we don't have to do that anymore. Well, I guess you've had enough. We're sitting on the menus, of course. I look around at the other tables. There are no menus on any of them. That means they must just keep them in a big stack near the door or something. What a thing to sit on, and what speed to grab them so quickly. Well, whatever. Can I have one then? So I just did Shizune again. You can take one if you want, but you're not the kind of person who would do something that lascivious. Isn't that right? I tell them that I'd just like some coffee and put my head down on the cool tabletop. Coffee? This is a very high-class establishment, and you're going to order coffee? I can tell they're messing with me again. In that case, I'll have whatever you're having. Shichan is drinking a special tea that is only grown in remote areas of India. The tea is still handmade by a tribe of tea makers who have passed the methods down in their families for generations. They must wade through alligator-infested waters to obtain the leaves once a year. On each trip, some do not make it back alive. I can't drink that. I would feel too guilty. I think she's obviously BSing you there, Hisa. Then I'll have what you're having. I don't know what I'm drinking. How? Fine, then I want the tea that people died for. No, never mind. I'll have coffee. If this is a very high-class establishment, then they should have very high-class coffee, right? No one died for it, right? The perfect answer. There's no way they can stand against it. Shizune shrugs as if to say, well played. They still didn't answer my second question. Misha calls for Yuko, who brings over our drinks and a single incredibly tiny yellow cake with a little black plastic fork stuck in it for each of us. I eat my cake in one bite. amazed at how it's probably the least filling thing I've ever eaten. Hey-chan, do you have any plans for tomorrow? Oh. Misha takes a gulp of her tea, something sounding suspiciously high class even though it looks like ordinary tea. She drinks with incredible recklessness considering how hot it is, the exact opposite of Shizune or Lily. Plans? That sounds ominous. Plans? Yes. Yes, I am incredibly busy tomorrow. In fact, I have so much to do that I will not have any free time at all. That's right, none whatsoever. And everything I have to do is extremely important. Very, very important. Misha giggles, clearly not buying it, and then signs it all back to Shizune, who nods slowly and deliberately while looking very unamused. Suddenly she leans forward, staring analytically at my face like a human lie detector, waiting for the smallest tell to give me away. After at least a minute of this, she sits back down in her seat and takes a sip of tea. Okay, Hit-chan. If you're that busy. We don't have anything to do tomorrow, so we thought maybe you would want to hang out with us at the festival. Oh no. You're new here anyway, right? Right? So, we thought we would show you around and have some fun together. But if you're that busy, we understand. Oh, and now he can't agree to say yes without making it clear that he was just trying to escape them. Oh well, oh well. The both of them shrug together in perfect sync, as if they've rehearsed it. Hit-chan, you're so paranoid. You've made me this way. And you'll never beat me anyway, so why bother getting so worked up about it? Wow, Hit-chan. Beat you? What are you talking about? Is she talking about a coercion? I never realized that was just a game to her. I thought I was the only one who saw it as a competition. I thought I was the only one who saw it as competition. You know? Eh? Do you, Hit-chan? Because I don't. You can't outwit me. Well, Hit-chan, not me. What are you talking about, Shit-chan? Oh no, she's got that expression. I can see Shizune smiling craftily, daring me to enter this battle of wills and wits with her. When he is pushed to the edges of despair, a man has no choice but to sink, or grasp at the fleeting wisps of hope, fight with all his power against the inevitabilities of his fate, and struggle against the impossible. For even if he fails, at least he fails knowing that he dared greatly. Or something like that. Well, we'll see about that. Don't underestimate me. Don't you have to follow through to make good on that, Hit-chan? Well, I could get lucky. Don't count out that possibility. You won't. I will. Wait. Let's make a wager on it then. I don't care about competition. That's a blatant lie. Wait, what exactly do you mean? Oh, that's okay if you don't know. Neither do I. So it's settled then. Alright. What? Didn't you hear what I just said? Now all that's left is the stakes. What the winner wins. Or, more interestingly, what the loser loses. Hey, this is a very dangerous game I'm playing. Shizune herself is a very dangerous girl if she can only think in terms of winning and losing. If she views every time that I talk with her as some kind of battle of wills, I don't think I could take it. That kind of thing drives people insane. She's too Machiavellian. Before this, I'd assumed she was just kind of stoic. But nevertheless, I'm interested. In hindsight, I realized that I just challenged her to what is essentially a duel without any rules that won't end until one of us... What? I guess that's it. That's so vague. What are the conditions for winning or losing? The first person to feel stupid loses? I don't know. I've never had to think of anything like this before. Never? Never. So you've never gambled, Hitchan? I'm surprised you two have. Oh, come on. It's just for fun anyway. Between friends. It's about causing humiliation, suffering, and absolute despair. Isn't that the point? Shizune puts a finger to her temple thoughtfully. How about this, Hitchan? If you lose, you have to go to school one day without any pants on. Are you insane? Although, in comparison to what I was afraid she would say, it's pretty mild. Can't we just bet money like normal people? Oh no, Shizune's on board with that. Oh, it's not like you could match my wager if we did. Now it's your turn. But nothing perverted, understand? I think I need more time. This is going to have me constantly on edge for weeks. Okay, come on, you should both hurry up. Your drinks are getting cold. I quickly downed the rest of my coffee as Shizune does the same, staring at me with a fierce look of competition in her eyes. It seems like a waste for her to be gulping down something that someone may have died for her to enjoy. Excuse me? Hisao. I'm getting genuinely concerned that you believe her when she said that. Hey Chan, are you sure you don't want to hang out tomorrow? A lot of people are looking forward to it. You don't want to miss out. I mumble unintelligibly at her. I don't really understand. It's time to think. Shizune's drink is smaller, but I can consume mine faster. If Shizune finishes her drink first, she might skip out on pain, leaving me to pick up the tab, even though she said the drinks are on her. Because I have no money on me, I would be humiliated, and therefore this could be considered a loss. If I finish first, the laws of chivalry would make me look like a jerk, as I would need to run out of this tea house, leaving her to pay for everything. That could also be considered a loss. She would use that. In the event of a draw, she may attempt to run out the door, and I'll probably do the same. This might lead to a collision at the door, which would be humiliating, but not overly so. And Misha would be left to pick up the tab. This is really childish. I'm a little disappointed in Shizune. And myself. Why are you disappointed in I feel you're overthinking things, Hisao. Well, Hitchan, it'd be really nice if we could all celebrate how well we put everything together for the festival by taking a look at our handiwork. Misha seems oblivious to the fact that an epic battle of wills is raging in front of her. I nod slowly and down the last of my coffee. Well, I am finished enjoying my drink. I guess it's time for me to leave. And I am going to leave now. Calmly. You too, Shichan? Why are you two acting so weird? I quickly walk out the door and Shizune follows. Misha is going to have to foot the bill. You're supposed to find out your rings. Oh. Hello, my dear. Welcome to the stream, which is fine. As for, I mean, I can't... Cool. Ooh dear, nearly knocked something over. You haven't missed too much, to be fair. Sorry, Misha. Catching up to me, Shizune quickly pushes her glasses up and presses a note into my hand. If you lose, you have to come hang out with us tomorrow. So, you think you can win today? That's kind of cocky, Shizune. I forgot for a second that she can't hear me. I nod. Right now, she seems much cuter than she usually is, smiling softly with a hint of confidence coming through. Shizune looks energetic and carefree, although it could just be the caffeine. She winks and extends her hand for a handshake. I wonder if there's a buzzer in there and she plans to shock me, but that doesn't seem like something she would do, so I accept. With a squeeze, she pushes another note into my hand. I momentarily think that it's a buzzer and wonder if the shock could kill me. I suppose yeah, little things, something like that, like, could bother his heart. Shizune smirks and then runs off. Oh no. You probably don't know how to get back to school from here. There'll be work waiting for you when you do. See you then. I crush the note of my fist dramatically, but no one is there to see it, and that makes me sad. I wonder if it's too late to go back to the shop and ask Misha for directions. But then again, I gave her a hard time for not knowing the way here, so I can't allow her to score off me for not knowing the way back. And if I ask her, Shizune could see it as a victory. No, it's not necessary. The school is on top of a damn hill. How hard could it be to find? The music faded out tells me all I need to know. I may be slightly directionally challenged, but I'm sure that even I can do this. About an hour and a half later, I walked a long paved path leading from the gates to the main building. Haha! Just the person we were waiting for. So, you made it here eventually, Hit-chan. Good. Now it's time for work, work, work. Misha and Shizune had laid an ambush for me in the main lobby of the ground floor, and I walked straight into it. I should have just circled around the school like I'd originally planned, but I thought that I was overreacting and being silly. Oh no, the festival hasn't happened. Don't worry. Misha's waving a thick stack of printouts in my general direction, taunting me. We sort of need your help. Sort of? We need your help. You will help us. Misha speaks of her usual playful, carefree manner, but even so, I can hear Shizune's unnervingly hard severity behind it. That sounds like an order. Really? Is it? Oh, yeah, but yeah, festival, this is the day before the festival. I think this is Shizune and Misha trying to convince Hisao to spend a day with them. It is? Sorry, Hit-chan, I guess it is. She doesn't sound very sorry at all. I thought we had almost everything done by now, but it turns out we have all these signs to attach to backing boards. More hands make light work. And everybody wins. This is your duty, after all, as a member of the Student Council, which you are a part of. As a member of the Student Council. It's a simple task, so getting it out of the way now would be good. It's not that much work. A small thing, really. And we'd really appreciate your help. Really, really appreciate it. Besides, it's time to pay us back for treating you so nicely. So the tea shop was a trap after all, you two-timing scoundrels. Don't say that. It was completely unrelated. We wanted to celebrate you joining the council. But why did you bring that up then? But... No buts! You're coming with us! I love it, even though she can't hear, like, Shizune, like, knows what he's saying. I don't even get to finish my sentence as they grab me by the arms and try to pull me towards their office. Misha laughs giddily as she and Shizune exchange sly looks behind my back. I don't think you have a choice in this, Hit-chan. There are two of us, so don't even try to get away now. Don't take us lightly. Hit-chan, it's your duty to help us anyway, as a member of the Student Council. Alright, alright. How could I forget? But seriously, aren't there other people who can help you? Like who, Hit-chan? You were fine with helping us yesterday. Yesterday is not today. And anyone who isn't me. Why don't you have anyone else in the council? I think that's a new expression from Shizune. Shizune really does have the best expressions, I think. That's what we'd like to know. Misha's laughter explodes through the hall. She doesn't notice the grimace on my face at all. That's right. It's just the two of them, isn't it? Alright. Okay, I'll help you. Misha runs her tongue over her teeth, looking quite pleased. That's my Hichan. I knew we could trust you. So predictable. When we get to the student council room, my jaw drops. The number of signs, bagging boards, and signposts is insane. They're stacked all over the place like building materials at a construction site. Something I let Shizune and Misha know right off the bat. There are so many signposts here you could probably build a second wall around a school with them. Really? Well, there are a lot of them, so maybe. Eh? No? How do you know that, Shichan? Really? Don't tell me she's actually considered it. Shizune hesitates and pushes her glasses up a bit as Misha lets out a very uneasy sounding laugh. Oh good. Hi, Kendi. What are you too late for? Welcome to the stream. So she has considered it. That's irrelevant, Hichan. Can you get on with making the signs, please? Alright, alright. I feel sort of lied to, though. I thought you said it wouldn't be that much work. Well, Shichan meant it wouldn't be that much work for us. I meant to say not too late. Okay, that's fair. So are you like Muni and you're hoping you wouldn't miss the festival? Someone has to supervise you while you do this, you know, to make sure you're doing it right. And those people will be us. So what are you two going to do? What's you? No, that was just a joke, Hichan. We'll help out too, of course. The student council is really supposed to have a lot more people. This is just a bad year. Fewer people than usual. Even though we didn't have many the year before. And then there's just a lot more work than before too. Besides, Shichan likes working with you. And so do I. We've accomplished a lot more than we normally could, you know? Oh, excuse me. I can accept that. Lately, they've been looking a little fatigued every time I see them. Student council work is apparently a 24-hour day thing, and from what I've seen and heard, there are just the two of them. Well, I guess I make it free. They must work almost non-stop. I wonder how much time they spend working in this room when I don't see them. And I've even glimpsed Misha taking naps sometimes without Shizune at her side. By herself, Shizune has to be working 60-hour weeks doing her student council duties, on top of regular classes. 2 hours pass and I reach for tag, only to find the box is empty. Shizune grabs it before I can even say anything. She smiles, tossing it expertly into a trash can along with another empty box of tags. So we found out you're between ring sizes? Ah. I suppose that's probably fair. Like, I think most people with any kind of size, like, never tend to be exactly something. So, like, I know I'm somewhere in UK shoe sizes. Like, I'm not a 9, but I'm not quite a 10 either. So, you're up to Hichan. Don't worry, Shichan says she'll get some more. We went for a box too, but me and Shichan decided to wait until you needed a new box as well before getting a new one. Between N and N and a half? Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind then. Something about that strikes me as odd. Wait, we both ran out of tags just now? Wow, what a weird coincidence, huh? Well, actually, Hichan, we ran out 20 minutes ago, but there was only one spare box of tags. The one we gave to you. And you were flying through those pretty quickly, so we thought we should wait until we both had no more tags before getting more. Then, Shichan could go get a fresh box of tags for all of us at the same time. You know, for efficiency. Shizune nods, preparing to step out the door. The inside of your ears are non-standard size, and there's no standard earbud on Earth, that's nice. Oh, I didn't realize, I never considered like ear measurements before. I wonder if that's like why I hate using earbuds. Like, I've always preferred like headphones that go over my ears rather than buds that go in my ears. Even I'm currently trying out some was it bone resonance earphones. So they're the ones that kind of, they just sit in front of my ears instead of actually in my ears. Because I don't know, I always assumed that was just because of like the autistic like dislike for certain sensations. But I wonder if as well like there have been like, I haven't been considering, like, what size my ears are. There's kind of small earbuds keep slipping out of them. Yeah. That's why I kind of like the bone resonance ones I have at the moment are quite nice. Especially for going to the gym, because they're the ones that, like, they do hook around my ear a little bit. But they just sit on that... just like where you're... like the top of your jaw, like your jaw joint is, like just behind that. Wait a second. So what did you two do for the past 20 minutes? Nothing, of course. What could we do? We had no tax, Hit-chan. Shizune and Misha exchanged knowing glances before they give me a perfectly synchronized and incredibly exaggerated simultaneous shrug. I see, so you decided to take a break. Clever. Oh, we know it was clever. Whose idea was it? The both of us, of course, of course. Well, Hit-chan, it was all Shit-chan's idea. I turn immediately to Shizune, who gives me a curt wave and a surprisingly cheery smile before quickly vanishing out the door. Well then, why didn't you just say you wanted to take a break? I used to think that Shizune and Misha were polar opposites. Misha always seemed so energetic and playful, like any other girl. Shizune, on the other hand, always seemed distant. Aggressively manipulative and vaguely scary, but distant. There were times when I thought that she had no sense of humor. As cute as she was, I'd almost never seen her smile, not to mention all the other things. The analytical stare, the permanently stoic... What do you mean, permanently stoic expression? I feel Shizune has one of the most expressive faces in the game. And even her penmanship. So mechanically precise that everything she writes looks typed. But Shizune and Misha really aren't as different as I'd thought. I'm a little surprised. Why? Shizune, I didn't know she liked to joke around like that. What I mean to say is, I didn't know that she could act so girlish. It was actually pretty cute. You'd be surprised, Hit-chan. Well, I didn't know you and her were so close, Ivor. The first time I saw you. I've always been curious as to how these two met. Do you two go back far or something? Childhood friends? Next door neighbors? Sorry, Hit-chan. It's not anything like that. Even if it would be cuter that way. When I came to this school, they just placed me next to Shit-chan, and she looked like a very serious person. And I thought, I'm going to be spending the rest of the year next to this person, maybe. So it would be nice if we could be friends, but I wonder if she'll like me. And I learned that she was deaf. You know, Hit-chan, the first time I just thought she was ignoring me. But luckily, I knew a little sign language, and we became friends. I want to know where Misha learned how to sign, but I guess that's something for another time. Now, I guess we're always together. It's nice. I've always wanted someone to listen to me, and I think Shit-chan likes having someone to talk to. So everybody wins. That's nice. That's it? You look disappointed, Hit-chan. What were you expecting? You know, Hit-chan, I don't think that me and Shit-chan thanked you properly. For what? Joining the student council. You've been a real help to us, Hit-chan. I think I'll get a lot more sleep now. Well, I'm glad I could help, if it helps a young woman sleep at night. That's an interesting thing to say, Hit-chan. Shit-chan really appreciates you helping us out too. At that moment, Shizune steps back into the room, looking slightly annoyed and sipping offhandedly from a juice box. She throws 2 boxes of tacks on the floor with a wry smile. Ah, Shit-chan! Oh, Misha opens her mouth to speak, but then quickly closes it as Shizune suddenly crumples her juice box with a crunch that's like the sound of breaking bones. I can tell that each harsh, quaking hand gesture is most likely an epithet. What's she saying? It was just very hard to get these. I guess that is an understatement, Shit-chan. Shizune calms down a bit, straightening her glasses and lightly brushing her bangs back with one finger. It really wasn't a big deal in retrospect? That's forward thinking of you. Alright then, I guess the 2 of us should get back to work, Hit-chan. Sure, why not? Wait, never yawn. By the time we're done with the signs, it's already getting dark out. I hadn't expected something like this to take so long. But then again, if it were that easy, I doubt Shizune and Misha would have asked for my help. Shizune falls into a nearby chair, cracking her knuckles systematically and letting out a muted yawn. That's all for today, I guess. That's a good thing, Shit-chan. I'm very tired too. That took longer than expected. You agree? We didn't expect it to take so long either. Not as planned. Oh, I'm so hungry. I just realized I haven't eaten all day. Now that I think about it, I've eaten nothing since I woke up this morning. But right now I'm almost too tired to think about food. I mean, you had the like 1 bite of cake at the Shanghai. I think they already stopped serving dinner. Oh, this can't be happening. Hit-chan, can you think of any way we could obtain food? Obtain food? I don't like her tone of voice. Oh, why not order out? Oh, that's right. I guess we could do that. Order out? From where? From town, of course. Nothing but empty calories, yeah. I didn't know they delivered to the school. Well, what are you going to get? Maybe some Chinese food. As long as you're going to, can I get in on it too? I'm also pretty hungry. Hit-chan, you should have just said so in the first place. What's that? It's your treat? That's great, that's great. What? That's true. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here so late, Shit-chan. Misha quickly grabs a menu from a drawer behind her and begins to enter the number slowly and carefully, as if she's used to messing it up. Obtain food, wink wink. Yeah, it is a bit of a odd choice of words. Oh. That kind of makes me want like Chinese takeout though. I haven't really eaten anything today. What do you want, Hit-chan? Well, I guess I'll just have some dumplings. I raise my hand in a gesture of thanks to Shizune, who responds with a very faint, split-second smile. Hit-chan, Shit-chan is paying for everything tonight. It's all on her, so you can afford to splurge a little. Next time you're here, we should check out one of the Chinese food places near. Yeah, we need. You need to show me some. One of the like Korean food as well, because that's something we don't really have here. So yeah, I've had like some like Korean like Korean style like ready meals, like things you can stick in the microwave and such, but I don't think that really is adequate. Oh, but I think I've had Vietnamese, like been to a Vietnamese restaurant when I've been in London before. But I'd definitely be up for trying out a Chinese place as well. Some shrimp fried rice too, then. Alright, alright. And you, Shichan? A Chinese omelette? Okay, then. Hey, Misha, does that really mean omelette? Can I see that again? Sure, haha. Like this, like this. And... oh, that's what it was meaning. I thought he was asking to look at the menu and kind of going, that doesn't look like omelette. And this is for what you ordered. Dumplings. Shrimp fried rice. I'm going to get soup and a stir-fry. You say that like this. And here's how much it all costs. 3,685 yen. Well, I don't know in how many situations I'll need to remember such an exact number. Okay, I'm going to order now, unless anyone wants something else. No objections? Alright then. Shizune impatiently twirls a pair of chopsticks between her fingers as we wait for the food to arrive. Hey, where did you get those? This isn't the first time we've ordered out, Hichan, and they always give us a ton of chopsticks for some reason, even when we tell them we're only 2 people. I had thought about that, like when Misha immediately reached into the desk and just had the menu there ready to go. I was kind of like, this isn't the first time this has happened. And you two have accumulated a lot of them from a lot of long nights eating takeout in the office? That's exactly it. I'm overstating it? That's right, Shichan. Hey, Hichan, did you know that once we've collected 100 pairs of chopsticks from ordering out, we'll be able to take over the universe? I used to think that too when I was little. Hichan, are you good at breaking them down the middle? I can never do it right, so I found a little pile of chopsticks Shichan had saved up and practiced on at least 20 of them. She was really mad about that. I let out a laugh as Shizune turns bright red with indignation. I didn't know she had such a childish side. When the food arrives, I dig in heartily, drinking one of the tiny cans of soda Shizune bought for us from one of the vending machines in the hall. Thanking them both for the food, I head back to the dorms, ready to turn in for the night. The dorms are eerily quiet, except for the sound of portable TVs and radios murmuring unintelligibly behind thin walls. Okay, for a while I was wondering, is this going to be Kenji showing up? It's quiet here at night, and very peaceful. I can hear the crickets chirping outside my window and see actual stars when I look up. Tired, I try to fall asleep as quickly as I can, only feeling slightly robbed of my Saturday. The day of the festival. The next day, I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Sleeping late is fine since it's a Sunday and there are no classes. Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well. From my window I can already see some people at the soda booth slinging noodles onto plates for people with a craving for low quality food. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway, intending to go out and find something to eat. And passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today out of impulse. I'm curious if he has any plans, since everyone is doing something. And then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. Or possibly something like a fort, complete with no girls allowed sign. And with the girls crossed out and body crudely scrawled underneath it. Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettling clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens up a crack. Who is it? You're supposed to ask that before you open the door. Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early. It's not really that early. What is it, man? Nothing? I was just gonna ask what you're gonna do today. Half the school is out there already. Out where? Why? What? What? Is today special? Why are they there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun? He suddenly looks more alarmed. What day is it, man? Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff. What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtains closed at all times to thwart the snipers. It's the festival. You know that, right? Oh shit, that's today? Ah, damn. Ah, damn. Damn it! I can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad. This is going to be a very bad day. It's good you told me this, man. This is going to be a bad day. Why? Oh man, they're going to be everywhere. The people outside my window. Socializing. Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill. It's going to be loud as hell. Damn, I was going to go out today, but now it's ruined. Everything is ruined. This is awful. This sucks. This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run. Kenji seems nervous. You could even say he's majorly freaking out. I can't believe this. So that's what today was. Damn, I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here and I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished. Sorry, I thought you knew. So I guess you're not going to do anything today? The weather is even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not though, so there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check the festival out. Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands. No, I can't do it. They'll leave me alive out there, I know it. That has to be a joke, but he said it with such a straight face. Relatively straight. What are you going to do? We should hang out in here. You can help me build my fort. We might still make it if we work together. I'm going to have to hang out with the student council, since I lost a bet. I realized that we didn't agree on when and where. I'd just wait for them rather than risk us missing each other in the chaos outside. They must be busy running around and organizing things anyway. It's funny. I would have assumed the price for losing to Shizune in her stupid game to be a lot more severe. This is just a pretense for spending time with her. In that case, I guess she just wants me to have fun. Even though she can't just come out and make her intentions clear, they may be good intentions after all. I think I'm starting to like her more. I could skip going, but it'd be a waste. And I want to go too. I mean, you know, today does seem pretty exciting. If anything, it'll be interesting. The student council? What? That's still around? Isn't that like 2 dudes? They're both girls. Oh no. Really? Are they cute? Damn, no, wait. Are they cute? No, it doesn't matter. I heard the student council president is insane. That whoever it is never talks and only gives orders through flunkies. Shit, they're the same in every school. Sounds like a cold-hearted bitch. Bitches everywhere. If it's 2 girls, they outnumber you 2 against 1. This is a dangerous situation, dude. Who knows what can happen? The student council is just 2 women, but they hold so much power. They must be stopped. I can see them, plotting ways to push their feminist agenda. I can't trust an administration like that. This is not cool. Not cool. Damn. Shit. Damn. He fingers his scarf nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire. Then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course. I suppose, yeah, he would be the type to freak out on kind of going, oh no, the entire student council is all girls. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything we can say to help Kenji, though. I'm going to have to find some place to hide in. A safe haven. And then knock the lights out of myself so I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival. Okay. Later, dude. The door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. I ponder what I'd like to do with Shizune and Misha. Deciding it's best to be extra prepared, I duck back into my room to stock my wallet with money. Imagine how he'd react to discovering trans got his first ever female pro. Oh yeah, I'd heard that. Yeah, I'm sure Kenji would. I'm sure he'd have opinions. I wonder if they have that game where you try to catch goldfish on a paper net. It seems way easier than they make it look. Then again, if I were to catch a goldfish, I'd have no real reason to keep it. What am I going to do with a fish in my tiny room? Cook it? I could give it to Shizune or Misha, but that might be overstepping my bounds. It's a real problem. Both of them are cute, but I don't think I have a chance with either of them. Regardless, I mull over the thought of doing it. I imagine how they might react if I were to give them a gift tonight. Like a fish or a doll. Misha would probably laugh like she always does. Shizune might slap it out of my hand. Maybe it isn't such a good idea after all. Okay, I think I'm set. I feel Shizune is actually more likely to, like, just get really embarrassed. I feel she's the type who would probably, like, not quite, like, it would be really unexpected for her just to, like, receive, like, for, like, an obvious show of affection. A good while later, I decide that this could be another psych-out test devised by Shizune. Even if it isn't, it's starting to get kind of late. I resolve to just go out and search for them, even though I don't know where I could look. They might be really hard to find today. As soon as I step outside, I almost bump into Shizune. Hi, Shizune. Where's Misha? I try to sign it as best as I can, but I really am just making stuff up. I've got to ask Misha to teach me some of this. Here! Misha pops up from behind Shizune, grinning widely. We just came to make sure you're coming along with us to the festival. Don't renege on your promise. Promise? I don't think I promised anything. Stop trying to get out of it. Come on, Hichan. It'll be fun. You need this anyway, or you'll become a no-good person. You don't want to become one of those people who just stays in their dorm room all day being paranoid, do you? I find myself staring over her shoulder to the door to Kenji's room right across from mine. I hope he didn't hear that, but I think Misha wants the opposite. No, of course not. I was just playing around a little and was right about to leave anyway. You two didn't have to come here. Really? Hichan was worried you would try to get out of it somehow. We need you, Hichan. Uh-huh. I think my heart just skipped a beat. I don't have to aim to knock the dolls off their pedestals in that one game, and Hichan refuses to throw things. Oh. Shizune stares at me, immediately noticing my disappointment. She uncrosses her arms and adjusts her glasses. What did you think we meant? I refuse to throw anything. Why, Hichan? That is weird. Well, anyway, Hichan, you've thrown a ball before, right? Right. So, you have to come with us. I'm amazed by their logic. I don't know if they're joking or if they're not. I'd feel offended if I didn't know you guys are joking. You're joking, right? It is what it is, Hichan. It is what it is, what it is, what it is. Well, that's reassuring. Come on, let's go! The deaf band is setting up outside your window. Misha grabs me by the hand and tries to pull me out the door, but it's clear that she isn't trying at all. Shizune looks at the both of us, blushing slightly and fiddling with her glasses impatiently. I'm not used to this kind of casual contact, but I have nothing against it. How could I object? It's still light outside, but the sun is getting ready to set behind the trees. It looks like half the school is out here, and I can even see some faculty members standing off to the side, helping themselves to some punch. They are about to empty the entire ball, to the dismay of the girl working the stall. There are some fortune tellers chatting idly with their friends, while others have already gotten started slinging horoscopes at anyone who walks in range. I think that kind of tactic is a little too aggressive, but it shows that they're into it. It's refreshing to see, but I don't know if I'll be able to get used to it. Well, we should get something to eat. Hungry, Hitchan? Come to think of it, I haven't eaten all day. I don't really want to eat fried noodles. That's okay, there are other fried foods. Are there any foods that aren't fried? Candy? Junk food is the essence of celebrations. Come on, I mean, Shit-chan will treat you to one thing. One? Just one. Only so you can build up energy for your throwing arm. Oh, but it doesn't look like all the booths are done setting up yet, so you might not be able to get what you want. I take a look around, surprised by the number of stalls. It's unbelievable. This festival seems larger than the ones you might see in actual towns. Despite what Misha said, it seems like half the school is already celebrating. The air is humming with the excited chattering of at least half the student body. I can smell food cooking, and it's only making me hungrier by the second. Stop bringing up food. I haven't eaten today. Come on, Hitchan. The food is already disappearing fast. If you want takoyaki, we need to move now. I could go for some takoyaki. Come on, let's eat that. Alright, I haven't had takoyaki in forever. I'm game. Shizune takes off before Misha can even sign it back to her, briskly walking towards the takoyaki stand as Misha and I try to catch up. Misha laughs as she skips towards Shizune, who asks for 3 orders of takoyaki by holding up 3 fingers. I'd never noticed it before, but for someone who is so obsessed with high-class tea, it's a little weird that Shizune is also so into fast food. Hisao, I don't know if you should be I don't know why you're genuinely believing what Shizune told you about the tea she was drinking. That really feels like she was just, like, absolutely BSing you. I take the plate of takoyaki she hands me and wonder if I should dig in. It looks extremely hot. I can see the smoke coming off it and the oil bubbling on the surface. It's not smoke, it's steam. If smoke is coming off your food, it's on fire. Shizune and Misha both look at me, as if waiting for me to eat before they can begin. I calm back down, so I spear one into the tiny plastic fork jointly sticking up from the corner of the plate. So there's nothing. You don't. Takoyaki isn't served with forks. You get a little, like, a spear, a little, like, toothpick type thing to stab it with. Oh, hello, Bester. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. The game is making me very hungry, though. However, before I can even put it in my mouth, Shizune and Misha begin eating eagerly. Shizune taking quick but delicate bites out of the takoyaki, while Misha eats with relish like a small child. Still. But I will remember that eventually. I just kind of, I see the name on the screen and that's what my brain goes with. I guess at the end of the day, both of them are just kids like any other student here. This is kind of nice. I don't think I've had a chance like this in a long time to just hang out with other people and enjoy their company. Even before coming here, I'd been going through a very busy year. So busy that I hadn't realized what I'd been missing until now. Here, I feel at peace. This is a soothing atmosphere. I didn't know these kinds of festivals still existed. Eh? Hitchan? You aren't going to eat your food? No, I'm going to eat it. I hope you aren't chickening out because it's too hot. That's not it. Even their teasing is beginning to become endearing. I eat quickly before my foot can get cold, thinking that the dimly lit paper lanterns glowing warmly against the sunset make for a beautiful sight. Before I can finish my last bite of takoyaki, Shizune steps in front of me, standing perfectly straight with her arms rigidly behind her back. I can see she's trying her best to look as serious as possible. Disturbing the peace. Oh, one of these days I need to get around to playing the Aegis chapter of Reload. But even she can't hide her good mood, as there's a slight smile on her face. Come on, Hit-chan, let's go play some games. Are they even done setting up? No, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Come on, Hit-chan, before it gets too crowded. Misha puts her hand on my shoulder and laughs very loudly. Come on, come on! The prizes look really great this year. Really, really! Wouldn't you like to win some prizes for two cute girls like us? Misha flashes her best cute look, which is admittedly pretty cute. I look at Shizune expecting her to do the same, but she just looks at me like I'm insane. Yep. Misha, stop doing that! Wait, I'm Misha. Hit-chan, hurry up! You've been holding that piece of takoyaki for like 1,000 years. I like to savor everything that I eat. Even this. Oh, what? I saw like that moment of like the sneaky face. Without warning, Shizune picks the takoyaki from my hand and pops it into her mouth with a smile. It happened so fast that there was no way I could have stopped her. Before I can even fully process what just happened, Misha bursts into laughter. And Shizune smiles at me. Probably the closest I've ever seen her come to laughing. Well, that takes care of that. Shizune grabs my right hand and Misha grabs my left. You're coming with us. There's a lot to do tonight. You should try harder to enjoy it. So used to translate, she didn't know Shizune was telling her something directly. Yeah. Maybe a 20-plus-year-old man speaking with pricks like the girls. What? I mean, you're not. I can't dispute what you're saying. Running through an already sizable crowd of people, we play game after game, from ring toss to whack-a-mole to games I've never even heard of. We rarely win, but it's fun nonetheless. Rarely means you do win some, though. Hey, do they have that goldfish scooping game here? Of course! I didn't know you liked that game, Hit-chan. Well, I've always wanted to try it. It doesn't seem too hard. Are you sure about that, Hit-chan? Okay, we'll see. It should be around here somewhere. But where are you going to keep your fish? Do you have a bowl for it? Well, no. Maybe he'll eat it. Alright, Hit-chan. If we win any fish, we'll gift them to you. Oh, really? Another game? Fine then. Shizune pushes me excitedly towards the booth, trying to hide the enthusiasm in her eyes. Fortunately, the two of them fail to catch a single fish, but I don't do any better. I can't help but laugh as immediately afterwards they start tugging me towards a particularly large, colourful stall that I helped build. I remember this one. It had been a real pain in the ass to make. The booth runner, an average-looking guy with dyed brown hair, snaps to attention when he sees us walking over. I noticed two things. First, it's one of those games where you throw a ball at a pyramid of opaque bottles and try to knock over as many as possible. 4 balls for 50 yen. That's pretty good. Second, there are instructions on how to play in Braille. I almost want to say something and look to see if Shizune and Misha see it as well. Either they don't, or they don't find it strange at all. I mean, I suppose the plus is they're making themselves accessible for people like Lily. But on the other hand, if you can't see, how are you going to target where the bottles are? Hey, Hey, it's good to see you, Hakamichi. Thank you so much for your help with this spoof. Having fun? Shizune glances towards Misha, who signs everything to her in a flash, then beams at the operator. It was nothing at all, really. Yeah, this is great. I think the best festival we've put together yet. Shiragi, we'd like to play this. That's okay, right? Of course, it would be really great if you would just give your cute, hard-working student council representative a prize for all the hours we put in to make all of this possible. No. If anything, Shiragi has balls. Hey, I built this stall. It was a backbreaking job, too. I wasted 2 hours of my life. I think I deserve at least a free round. And me. Me too. After some hesitation, he eventually gives in and hands us each 4 balls with a shrug. You're really going to begrudge the guy over 50 yen? You're not going to give... Barely a second later, Shizune and Misha dump theirs in front of me. What gives? Don't tell me that after making such a big deal out of it, you two aren't going to even play? Not after the way we ganged up on Shiragi? Yeah. You stay out of this, please. Shizune turns to me and begins waving her hand dismissively. Misha appears torn between translating for her and consoling the booth operator. Hit-chan, where's your sense of chivalry? Besides, I, Shit-chan, have a policy against throwing balls. Sorry, Hit-chan. I don't know if my aim is that good either. You must be pretty good at these things though, right? Right? It shouldn't be a problem for you. This looks simple enough. The bottles aren't even that far away. The only challenge is that these are wiffle balls. I throw one of the balls hard and it bounces off unceremoniously. What the hell? Yeah, it's not as easy as it looks. There's water inside the bottles. Trade secret. That's not very fair. This must be why it's 4 balls for 50 yen. How devious. Come on, Hit-chan, you can knock them down. You have 11 more chances. Go! Maybe you should do it. Shizune, do you want to try? Shizune emphatically shakes her head from side to side. I laugh. This is actually pretty fun. Winding up, I throw another ball at the pyramid bottles and manage to get them to budge just slightly. Both Shizune and Misha are casting longing glances towards a doll shaped like a cat. All in all, they really aren't that different. Sometimes I wonder if Shizune would sound like Misha if she could talk. No, they're not that alike. I throw another ball, realizing that it's actually quite simple. If I can hit 2 bottles in the bottom row at the same time, it's an easy win. Already a small crowd is beginning to gather, so the pressure is really on me. 9 more shots. Wind it up like a baseball pitcher, I throw as hard as I can and the bottles come tumbling down. Okay. That was not the doll I was expecting. Triumphantly, I claim my girlish cat doll prize and Misha laughs uproariously as if it was her who won it. Shizune stares at me with her usual blank expression. It's clear she wants the doll too. Hit-chan, congratulations! What are you going to do with that doll? There is no right answer. I have to tread carefully. I do not know. Well, I'll take it if you don't want it. Unless you want to keep it for yourself, Hit-chan. I didn't know you liked dolls. How delicate. I don't. I have no use for this. Can I have it then? Their eyes are drilling into my soul. This is a decision I don't want to make. I turn back to the booth. Hey, have you more than one of this doll? Actually, yeah. Just one more. Okay, set everything up again. I want to try for that one as well. I still have 8 tries. As soon as the game is set up again, I throw as hard as I can, but miss. Trying to win another one? Taking the easy way out, Hit-chan? Oh, yes. If it's that easy, you could try it. No thanks. Say, Hit-chan, can you at least put the doll down while you throw the balls? No. There's only one more left. You had better get it. If you fail, I'll kill you. What What a clever way to duck out of giving me the doll, though. And by me, I mean me. I'm starting to get lost. Just kidding. I can see Misha didn't mean any harm from it, and Shizune seems to enjoy her joke, smiling at it. But she looks a little depressed afterwards. I decide to hand her the doll, well, at least while I'm trying to win the other one. It's kind of hard to aim holding a giant cat. Thank you, Hit-chan. Shit-chan seems happy, Hit-chan. But you're gonna win one for me too, right? That is what I'm trying to do, isn't it? I can't see without a C. What? I throw again, but my aim is way off this time. Oh no. My arm feels kind of heavy as well, as if blood isn't flowing to it properly. I scold myself mentally, thinking that it's pathetic I could get tired from something like that. Well, it's probably not just this. You've been out, like, playing games and doing these activities for a couple of hours at least from the sounds of it. Then I realize maybe it's because of my heart. If it is, then I don't know what to think. It's depressing that even something as small as this is enough to make me realize my own mortality. I guess there won't ever be a time when I'll be able to forget about it. Even today, when I thought I would be able to just enjoy myself on this beautiful night in this beautiful place, I can't escape the reason why I'm here. I've never felt so at peace in my life, in this place which is like nowhere else I've ever been. It's hard now to keep from thinking the unthinkable. That I may just have been sent here to die. Oh, okay. You're really going down a dark place here, Hisao. These past few days have been some of the best of my life. The first time in a long time that I've ever felt truly alive. But in the end, I'm someone who finds himself reminded that every time he climbs too many stairs or throws a ball too hard that he could die at any second. I'll always be limited by this. I feel depressed by that and angry as well. In the end, I care about my life and I enjoy it. And now it's more transient than ever before. I wonder what it is that will finally do me in. It could be anything, if I'm this weak and pathetic. A bad fall, a punch to the chest, a stray baseball. I've now lost my will to keep playing this game, but I keep playing anyway. Oh. Suddenly I feel a split-second sensation of pain in my chest. It comes and goes instantaneously, but it's enough to make me stumble just a bit. Shizune jumps back, startled. She comes closer, staring at me with concern. Misha puts her hand on my shoulder. Hey, Hit-chan? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I don't think I really feel too good right now. I think I'm sick. I don't think I can go on. Misha frowns. Don't strain yourself. If you're that sick, you'll just make yourself sicker. Look, the festival is just getting started and we've been playing games for a while. We can take a little break if you're tired. Good idea, Shit-chan. I'm feeling a little tired too. I think we're all a little worn out running all over the school, Hit-chan. I nod. They don't seem to notice anything unusual. That's good. We walk through the sea of people, with Misha cheerfully pointing out the faces of everyone she knows. Shizune holds the stuffed cat in her arms, cradling it absent-mindedly. It seems like they're having fun. Suddenly I feel a pang of guilt. Because of my poor health, we all had to stop. Hit-chan, we're both feeling kinda hungry. How about you? I'm not as hungry as I could be, but I do want something to eat. That's good enough, Hit-chan. So what should we get to eat? It doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, how about sandwiches then? And we'll need something to drink too. Misha'll get everything. What? Oh, she was volunteered. Shizune looks at me and smiles, and I realize she might be trying to cheer me up with a joke. I laugh. Hit-chan, it's getting kind of crowded, so we might not be able to eat here. It's getting kind of loud too. Maybe we should go eat up on the roof. That's fine with me. It might be a nice view and there could be a little breeze. Okay then. I guess I should get the food and drinks now. So I'll see you two then. Misha gives a clumsy wave and then runs off. Before, I didn't notice how the paper lanterns look illuminating the dark night, but now that I'm able to see it, it's really an amazing sight. Fireflies float overhead, their soft glow making it look as if it's snowing lights in the night sky. This type of thing would be impossible to see in the city. Shizune tugs at my sleeve impatiently and crosses her arms, frowning as if to show displeasure at me for getting distracted. You know I don't know how to read sign language. Hisao, you know that she doesn't know how to hear... Well, come to think... Yeah, there we go. Come to think of it, isn't it kind of stupid for me to have said that to a deaf person? She wouldn't have heard it. I shrug, hoping to show her that I don't understand. Shizune shakes her head and dismisses it with a wave of her hand. Maybe I should get around to asking Misha for some lessons on sign language. Climbing up onto the roof, I find myself in awe again at the sheer size of this school. The grounds are so expansive, I can't believe I hadn't realized it before. As I walk around the roof, trailing behind Shizune, I can't help but be taken in by the stars shining in the sky. Shizune and I sit down on a bench. She seems like she's in a good mood as she smiles softly while the breeze blows through her hair. We look down at the festival, which looks like a sea of glowing amber lanterns and waving paper fans teeming with people, some of them festively dressed in yukata. In fact, most of the girls seem to be wearing yukata. I wonder why Shizune and Misha didn't dress up today. To be fair, I don't think any of the girls you hang out with, like, dressed up for the festival. The two of them would look nice in yukata. I briefly think about what types they would wear. Shizune would likely go with something traditional. However, Misha is a bit harder to place. Misha arrives, panting as she runs to us, trying to keep the food in her arms from falling. Setting everything on the ground, she lets herself drop backwards. I was kind of expecting this to be a moment where, like, Hisao is alone with Shizune for a bit. Because it's not really something that's happened yet. I think I get that, Stero. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing either. Like, I know it's not a... Like, I'm of the opinion that it's okay to live for someone else. So, at the very least, I think it's okay until you get to a place where you're able to live for yourself. He gets his moments, but it's definitely a key point to the story that Misha's... yeah, I kind of figured that. I just thought, like, it would be... Like, there'd be some moment to, like, settle in, like, that it's... That's right, I just kind of thought, like, given that this is, we're starting onto Shizune's route, that he'd have, like, at least, like, maybe, like, some attempt at a conversation with her, just by herself. That took a while. Come on, you didn't tell me what you wanted. So I got some rice punch, some sandwiches, and some candy too. A little bit of everything. That's great. Let's dig in. Misha takes a bite out of a small triangular sandwich. So, Hit-chan, what'd you think of the festival? It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. The stars are nice tonight. This couldn't have been a more perfect day. The sound of people talking below us is like faint music alongside the chirping of crickets in the distance. I take a sip from the can of punch and look over at Misha, who looks as if she's sleeping comfortably with her back stretched out and a half-full can of apple juice balanced on her stomach. Shizune sits with her legs drawn close to her, rocking back and forth slowly like an impatient child as she stares up at the sky. Forgot how to actually live for... Yeah. Again, I'm probably not the person, like, best suited to answer that question. Because again, like I said, like, I kind of think it's... I think it's okay for your, like, to live for something else. Or someone else. Like, I feel it's wrong to kind of, like, be, like, forced into that, like, to be coerced into it. But if it's someone's choice, I feel that's almost like an admirable thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, I think there are some things that kind of... There are questions and things that other people can't answer for you. Shizune sits with her legs drawn close to her, rocking back and forth slowly like an impatient child as she stares up at the sky. The two of them are so cute. I look around and can see many students holding hands with their girlfriends or their boyfriends. Not too far from us on this roof, there are couples gazing up at the stars or down at the lights of the festival, holding each other's hand. A part of me wants that. Looking at Shizune and Misha, I wonder if maybe I should ask one of them out someday. I wonder if it would be worth the risk. The golden hands moving across the face of the delicate watch on Shizune's wrist catch my eye. And I see that it's getting kind of late, but the festivities are still going strong. Shizune is still holding the stuffed cat I won by the paw. She notices me looking at it. Offhandedly, she offers it to me. I smile, wanting to ask her what I would do with it, but she wouldn't be able to understand me. I shake my head and try my best to tell her to keep it, hoping she'll understand. As I look out towards the school, I can see before me so many people, all of which are happy and cheerful. Watching them makes me feel content. This really was something. Today was worth it. But I still can't shake the feelings of guilt and melancholy from earlier. They keep hanging on to me and I can't let them go. Shizune signs something to me and I can't understand her. No matter what I say, she won't be able to hear me. I can't understand you, Shizune. Well, whatever. I wonder if we both consider ourselves at fault for this. Anyway, I'm sorry for not being able to understand. You know, I'm almost glad that you tried to coerce me into coming here. If I attempt to date you, though, I may have to think more about that side of you. I kind of, like, my brain skipped over, but he said, like, Misha had fallen asleep, right? Where's... Yeah, she looks as if she's sleeping comfortably. This feels like something very much where Misha's kind of, like, now... Oh? No. Actually, I'm glad. Today was nice. You would be cuter if you smiled more. You have a nice smile. Frustrated, she stands up, arms behind her back, looking authoritative and confident against the backdrop of stars. Suddenly, Shizune throws her arms out towards the open sky, seeming to hold it between her hands. It's as if she's telling me to look at everything in front of me. Whoa, that's different. The school, bathed with the festival's glow and lit up with the colourful yukata. The roof illuminated by fireflies. The sky so vast that it imposes the feeling of awe onto you. What does she want? It slowly dawns on me with time. This beautiful scene before me is proof that there are things wonderful enough that spoiling them with a bad mood would be unforgivable. And I can feel the weight of Shizune's personality pressing the point further. Thanks, I guess. I look away, but then Shizune grabs me by the shoulder, her watch brushing against my cheek. With her left hand, she points up at the sky. Oh. Oh yeah, of course, the fireworks. With faint pops, fireworks begin to go off in the sky, each one spreading a shower of bright colours that slowly fade into the dark. I can't even recall the last time I saw fireworks at all, much less a display this large. Not to mention, it seems that they're being launched from the school. It's almost impossible to believe. The lights in the sky mingle with a second salvo from the town below, and they seem timed to complement each other like two parts of a duet. They continue for maybe 15 more minutes and then stop. Epilepsy. Yeah, it is flashing a bit there, isn't it? Shizune realizes her hand is still on my shoulder and withdraws it carefully, looking a little uncomfortable. Regaining her composure, she grins, with her hands on her hips and her chest thrust out in front of her. It's in these moments that she seems most like a regular teenage girl, energetic, happy, and carefree. I eat thoughtfully with Shizune, the two of us looking out at the gradually thinning crowds below in silence. She sits leaning forward slightly, her chin resting softly on her hands and a contented look on her face with just a hint of wistfulness. All the while still gently holding on to the stuffed cat's paw. I start feeling tired and I tell her that I'll see her and Misha tomorrow, without even realizing that she can't hear me, and then start walking back towards the dorms. I feel warm and alive, even in this chilly night air. And the image of Shizune standing forcefully before the stars themselves, denying my self-pity, does not leave my mind easily. If it only takes a moment for there to be love, I think I may be falling in love with her. Just a little bit. Oh, is this it? Nope. A summer triangle. Oh. Learning to read. Is it the letter reads? Oh, I'm... Well, I'm like preemptively feeling bad for Misha in this route. The next morning, I recall what a perfect night last night was. So much so that I can't stop thinking about it. It's probably not the most appropriate time to reminisce since I have a test first period. It's so unfair. How can they do this? They hold a festival that is the culmination of what has to be at least a few weeks worth of work on a Sunday, and then follow up with exams starting the very next morning? Misha is just Misha. Yeah. Oh, someone's going to... Yeah, it's... No. It's kind of like there's two ways like my brain like thought to take it. The one I think maybe less likely is that Misha either has or like will develop throughout the route that she starts to like Hisao as well. Or what I think is more likely is just the Misha like does have like some sense of like purpose in being there for Shizune. And yeah, just that she's like Hisao's almost like taking her place instead of Shizune when Misha answers. I wouldn't be on board with that. I am very much monogamous. Yeah, I mean, like, we only have, like, we all have, like, limited time and limited energy. I feel that if you're going to be romantically involved with someone, like, that person deserves your full attention. I think they deserve more than just half of your romantic energy. Okay, perfect sense. Oh yeah, no, that's what they get fair. It's just I know they're. I think it was during like one of the Persona games. Like there was someone like going on that I should just like go for like the harem ending. It's got to be some kind of sick joke. I'm not too worried about it, but I wonder if they really couldn't have held off on this for at least another week. Well, at least the weather this morning is nice enough that I can study outside before class. Yep. I think I have played on stream. I think it was Persona 3 Reload, Persona 5 Strikers, and Persona 5 Royal. I would have played Persona 4 Golden, but I'd played it before I started streaming. No. And I do... no. I probably will, like, when Persona 6 comes out, I'll probably be doing it on stream as well. Though I still need to pick up at some point, Metaphor ReFantasio. I know it doesn't have any romance in it, from what... well, at least, like, player romance in it. From what I've heard, like, there's... your social link equivalents can't lead to... no, but to be fair, I enjoy the social side of the Persona games anyway. Even when the roots don't end up going romantic. Oh. It's a lot more refreshing out here than it would be in the classroom. Not to mention with how quiet it is. I'm starting to think that everyone else will be sleeping in pretty late today. I put down the notes I'm reviewing for a second and stare out at the school grounds, still littered with festival stalls. Looking at them now in the daytime without paper lanterns or crowds of people to draw my attention away from them, I noticed something peculiar. A lot of the stalls that Shizune, Misha, and I visited last night also happened to be ones that we worked on. That's cute. Did Shizune come up with this? It had to be intentional, especially knowing her. Did she hope that I would catch on and see the fruit of our labors? Oh, speaking of. I hear footsteps crunching the grass behind me and turn around. I feel slightly paranoid, but all I find is Shizune standing there with an innocuous look on her face. Good morning. Why do I keep forgetting that she can't hear me? It's probably because I've gotten so used to Misha translating for both of us that I haven't actually run into many situations where I was forced to acknowledge Shizune's deafness, and the problems that could stem from it. At least Persona 5 makes you feel bad for doing a harem route. Oh, from what I think, Persona 5... I've seen like the endings for Persona 4 and Persona 5, like the harem routes, and Persona 4 I think definitely like makes you feel worse about it. I think probably Persona 5 like definitely like, they call the character out, but it feels like it's almost played off more as a kind of a little bit jokey. Like, the girls all get, like, rightfully mad with the protagonist. But it's that kind of... Persona 4 just feels, like, brutally real with how different characters react. Though, like, I think, like, Chie was the one that kind of, like, really made me feel bad. Like, even though I didn't do the route, I was just seeing the reactions on someone else's. Like compilation video, and like Chie's like is the kind of like blaming herself, kind of like am I not enough? Was I not girly enough for you? And just all the characters' reactions in Persona 4 are just they make sure you feel bad for it. Yeah, Persona 5's is just like all the girls like show up to the cafe on Valentine's Day. They show up at LeBlanc, and they're all kind of like, "Okay, explain yourself." And I think they kind of, they kick the protagonist to the ground a little bit, throw their chocolate at him and leave. Like, it's still like they're all angry, and they all like do have like at least one specific line of dialogue, but there's not the same... In Persona 4, you have to go around like to visit each of the girls individually after they've already realized, oh, I'm not the only one. Yeah, Persona 4 is just... Oh, I couldn't do that. Hope the Persona 4 does a bit more for romantic S-links. Oh, yeah, I'm quite... Oh, that's something as well. I probably will go through the Persona 4 remake on stream. Because it's been a while since I've played Persona 4 myself, and I'm really curious to see what the remake changes. Oh, I think I wasn't Persona 5 did a bit, realizing more little interactions, comments, more. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's always like kind of just they keep it like not having much influence on the main story, just because yeah, I suppose like it's a lot of extra work to kind of like redo like dialogue for all the different scenes. No, because I think there's like a couple of comments in Persona 4 that other characters make. So, but I suppose as well, like it comes down like different characters like you can romance at different points, so there's like when do they account for people being in romantic relationships and how specific do they... Yeah, it would definitely be nice to see like more interactions, but I get why there's not many. Anyway, where were we? I think yesterday was the first. I give her a wave anyway. I can do at least this much, but I'm not even going to pretend for a minute that I could hold up a conversation with her, considering my ignorance of sign language. Would it be rude to just go back to my notes? I don't really know what else I could do. So you immediately ask a verbal question again. Where's Misha? Not just because I can't understand you. You two are always together anyway, so I'm not used to seeing you apart. Hisao, you've just been thinking about how... Oh boy. You're missing out. I'm eager to see Chie's babies at the beach. I mean, to be fair, like, the kanji option is objectively the best conversation option in that choice. But yeah, I think it does. I think with Chie, it does like earn you like points with her if you ask, like, say you're eager to see hers. I don't know if it's the same with Yukiko. Oh no, it's... Yeah, I think Chie and Rise, it helps you in there, like with their S-links. I'm not sure if Yukiko, if she cares too much for it. No, but again, kanji's the best. Kanji's the option you have to go for. It's just how deadpan his response is. I know it's silly, but for some reason, talking to her makes me feel less awkward. But maybe it... Surprisingly, she doesn't get mad at all. She starts signing, but it's different than usual. Shizune's hands move more slowly, and the gestures are simpler. I quickly realized that this isn't sign language at all, but she's still attempting to communicate with me. So, is this the sign language equivalent of breaking it down into layman's terms? You love this response, and it doesn't tell you much, is it? Oh, yeah, it's just kind of, oh, yeah, mine's nothing special, it's just a... Well, it's just like a black Speedo or something. I'm terrified that if I attempt to gesticulate back, I just look like a total dumbass. The look on Shizune's face tells me that she is starting to think that trying to have any kind of back and forth like this is not exactly the best way to accomplish things. It just covers enough. No, it covers more than the seaweed, anyway. There has to be a better way. Writing on a pad? Well, I do have paper and a pencil. What else, though? Cell phones? I don't really have much use for mine here, so I barely carry it around. And I don't know if Shizune even has one. She takes the initiative, holding up a finger to ask for a pause, before pulling out a pad and pen from her bag and writing a single word on it. Hello. I'm kind of wondering, like, should I... if this is... I'm wondering if this is, like, going to, like, be, like, a regular form of communication with Shizune? And it's kind of got me wondering, like, if I should be... When I'm reading these notes, should I be trying to do, like, any kind of voice for Shizune, or should I just be doing it in my normal Hisao voice? I stare blankly at her and receive a similar but somehow more intimidating stare in response. She nudges the pad in my direction forcefully, clearly wanting me to reply. Good morning. Shizune beams with a disproportionate amount of happiness. She starts twirling her pen triumphantly as she thinks about where to go from here. Oh, come on. It's not like we just invented fire. Shizune pushes up her glasses curtly, as if she had heard me, and then starts writing at a furious pace. Oh. Use the notepad. Write. I'm confused. Am I supposed to take it from her and write okay now? This is about the furthest thing I could imagine from a smooth, flowing conversation. It makes me envy the ease with which Misha is able to communicate with Shizune. Are you studying for the test? I'm pretty sure I can get away with answering simple yes or no questions like this with nods. You are here very early. Most people sleep in late after the festival. That means you are abnormal. Is that so? You're here too. Before handing that response back to her though, I remembered what I'd noticed earlier and add. Yesterday was fun. I noticed today that I built a lot of the stalls we went to. Maybe that's why they were so familiar. Was this another game? She shakes her head from side to side indignantly. No tricks. I thought that because you had made those stalls, they were the most important ones. We had to visit them because everyone should be able to appreciate the fruits of their labor. I wanted you to be able to see and enjoy what you had done. I'm sort of touched. Still, I have to wonder why she would go so out of her way, and I ask as much in my response. Because you were depressed. Oh, okay. I want to say that I was depressed for days, but stop. It's true. I was moping quite a bit and not being too subtle about it half the time either, so it's possible that she knew. Was everything she did just to cheer me up then? I think, is that supposed to say I want to say that I wasn't depressed? Thanks. I mumble it before I can catch myself, but Shizune doesn't seem to care. I write it down instead, and she nods once, as if unused to it. The silence between us grows more vast with each passing second, and there's nothing I can do to break it. Having to write everything down on paper kind of destroys any hope of trying to be casual. Does it? It feels... I feel this is another case of... what's making it awkward is... like Hisao's own overthinking it. Good luck on the exam. Shizune pushes the pad right in front of my eyes, breaking my concentration. Taking the initiative again, as always. As she walks into the school building, I can't help feeling a little sad. Oh, excuse me. That felt like the longest 20 minutes of my life. And all because it's so alien to me to have a face-to-face conversation with someone by passing notes to each other that I can't help coming up blank most of the time. It makes me want to learn sign language. And that's easier said than done, although in a school like Yamaku, they might very well have sign language classes. In that case, there would be little reason not to pursue this. The only person who I can think to ask at the moment is Misha. How badly do I want to know this? There's two options. Wait until after class, or go look for her now. I guess I'll go now, but I'm not certain where she is. My best bet would be to start searching for her in the girls' dorm, though. After all, if she wasn't with Shizune, that's probably the only place where she would be. A guy casually prowling around a girl's dorm early in the morning is unacceptable, but asking Misha about sign language classes in front of Shizune would be unthinkable. She has to come to school sometime. After all, we're in the same class, so she has to take this test. If I wait here, I'll be sure to see her sooner or later. Or maybe she's surprisingly diligent and is already at class. I just hope she doesn't walk past me while I'm flipping through my notes. It turns out to be a pretty long wait, and as students file into the school, I wonder if Misha is going to be late. Eventually I catch sight of her. While she bounces across the grounds, it hits me that I'd have to be blind to miss her with her incredibly distinctive hair. Hi, Hit-chan! Good morning! Morning? I don't have a lot of time left before class starts, so I cut directly to the chase. Hey, can I ask you a question? A question? Okay, Hit-chan. Sure. I have time, but only because I'm late. What does that mean? I should have woken up earlier, but I was so tired. If I had, I would have had to study, but since I didn't, it won't hurt. What is it, Hit-chan? Well, there are sign language classes here, right? Yep, they're electives. Why do you want to know, Hit-chan? For some reason, that question briefly makes me panic. No reason. It sounds interesting, but I guess it's too late to sign up now, right? I'm not exactly being too subtle here, but Misha never seems to pick up on things like that anyway, so I'm probably being more cautious than is necessary. Well, Hit-chan, I've heard there are fewer and fewer students taking sign language every year, so if you want to, I'm sure they will let you in. Are you thinking of learning sign language, Hit-chan? Yeah. If you learn sign language, Hit-chan, that will make Shit-chan really happy. If you want, we can go to the teacher's office after school. They'll probably let you in. That would be great. Don't tell Shizune that I want to learn it, though. Why not? So it can be a surprise. And besides, it'll look bad if you tell her this morning and then I find out in the afternoon that I can't take the classes. Aw, you're right, Hit-chan. Still, this will be hard. It's such good news. I'm in the student council, so I might as well try learning it. Even if it's just the basics, it'd be a step up from nothing. Besides, Shizune and I can't keep relaying everything through you as if you were a phone or something, right? Oh. You're right, Hit-chan. The bell rings to signal the start of first period, cutting our conversation short. I guess I'll just ask a teacher after classes are through. Her reaction was a little strange, but I forget about it as the day goes on. Okie dokie. The bell rings and the teacher at the front of the room gestures that classes are over for today. Although getting into this class was surprisingly easy, it's only been a few days and I'm still not used to the experience. The actual signing is easier to pick up than I expected, but most of my classmates are hard of hearing. On top of that, the teacher favours immersion. I haven't heard her speak since I asked if I could take the class. It's an alien concept and really unnerving. As I wonder, as I've heard some language teachers at certain levels of teaching refuse to Like, you kind of, like, get, like, extra work or something if you, like, if you speak English at all in their class. It's kind of like, no, we're learning French. You're going to speak French. If you're in this class, you should know enough French that you don't need to talk in English. The moment I step out of the classroom, I hear a familiar laugh explode through the air a short distance to my left. Hi, Hichan! Misha's not in my sign language class, so this is the first time I've seen her in this context. Excuse me. I still don't know whether her not being in my class is good or bad. It would be more interesting with her in it, but the potential for awkward situations would increase drastically. You've heard those? Yeah, well, to be fair, I don't know if I don't know any personally. I've heard people, like, talk about them on the internet several times. Like, kind of how their, like, language teacher does not tolerate, like, anyone speaking any language other than what they're learning. Which I think there is a benefit in that. Like, I think when you're put in a situation where, like, your native language isn't an option, that it does something in your brain that kind of is like, okay, I need to learn this. I guess what I felt I became more fluent in Japanese from 2 weeks in Japan than I did in, like, years of trying to learn it in my own self-study. Just because, like, being in that situation where kind of nearly no one I talk to really, like, speaks English fluently. Like, if I'm going to communicate, I'm going to have to push myself to speak Japanese. Hi. It's a surprise to see you here, Hichan. Ah, that's right. You're taking sign language, aren't you? Right? What do you think of it so far, Hichan? It's not easy to learn a new language, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. Despite how different it is from other languages. Excuse me? It's still easier than English. Really, Hichan? I agree. I was just joking, but she's apparently totally serious. I wonder how Misha can effortlessly translate things to me while simultaneously having a conversation with Shizune in a different language like she does. I think it's kind of because, like sign language, like, isn't... I don't know how much I'd say it's a different language. Because at least from my time trying to learn a bit of British Sign Language, like, it's still English, it's just not verbal English, it's a... what's the word? Textile? Like, is it... No, it's a... Or dexterous language? But, like, it's still British English, just conveyed in a different way. Because I did find, like, I only took, like, 2 free classes of sign language, but it, like, did feel, like, very intuitive to pick up. So I imagine Japanese sign language is probably similar. Until now, I've taken for granted how amazing it is. Someone bumps into my shoulder and apologizes. It's getting kind of crowded here, what with it being the end of today and all. I think we should talk somewhere else instead of the hallway. Let's go to the roof or something. Okay. I decide to continue talking on the way. It's surprisingly quiet enough to carry on a conversation while doing so. It's still taking me some time to get used to having to look at the teacher constantly. I guess I took all those years of simply listening to the lectures while I doodled for granted. It makes taking notes a lot more difficult too. The introductory class is small and I'm already behind. I guess I have a lot of stuff to do. Yeah, this is much better. I turn around to look back at Misha and see her staring at me with her hands on her hips and her cheeks puffed outwards. Hichan, you're behind? That's not good at all. I started the class a week later than everyone else. It's not that bad. Okay, Hichan, let's review what you learned then. I'll tutor you, okay? This is the first time I've heard "I'll tutor you" used outside of dirty movies. I'm not nearly as turned on as I'd have expected. Hisao, I think this says more about you than the situation. I don't know if I need a tutor yet. Aww. She looks more disappointed than usual. It makes me feel awkward to see her making that kind of face. I want to be a sign language teacher, Hichan. But it would be really great if I could try tutoring someone in it first. Even if it's for a little while, the experience would be valuable. Well, yeah, that's true. I didn't know you wanted to be a sign language teacher. It's hard to believe she isn't intentionally trying to make me feel guilty because she's very good at it. Still, it makes sense. She's very good at sign language already from what I've seen, and certainly has the voice for dealing with the hearing impaired. I never saw her as the teaching type, though. It's the reason why I wanted to go to this school, Hichan. It's also really expensive to attend here, you know. Because I want to be a sign language teacher, I have reduced tuition fees. If it wasn't for that, I don't know if I'd be able to keep going here. I see. It's not that I think you'd be bad at tutoring, it's just that I don't know if I need it just yet. You might not need it, but it's always helpful to have some extra classes, Hisao. You're right, Hichan. You're smart. Well, no, that just makes me sound arrogant. Alright. Please tutor me. Really? Okay. Yay. Thanks, Hichan. I'll do my best. Let's start right now. Too soon. Aw. I miss Hichan. Didn't you just see her this morning? Misha's the only average person. Though I don't think she's the only one. Like, I think they've said they say like in, is it in the opening act or is it in like parts of the other acts where like they are kind of like, yeah, there are, yes, the school like focuses on like helping disabled students, but it is a school that like is open for anyone to attend. But it's hard to talk to her in class, Hichan. There's no student council today either. Is she doing it on sale? Yeah, the only one Hisao meets, but to be fair, Hisao doesn't meet a lot of his other classmates like in any more than like a brief line. Like, what was that? Shiraki? We met at the festival. Like, we don't. There's like nothing mentioned about whether or not he's disabled. No, but it's something I think I've brought up before. Is like Hisao like doesn't have much of a friend group. Like outside of the girl he's romancing or Miki and Hanago's route. Well, yeah, Miki is disabled though, and like we know that. But yeah, like she's one of like the only like main characters who's actually like involved at all. Well, there have been exams all week. I'd be kind of mad if there were still student council. I'll be glad when they're over. It's more of the game's limited scope than a writing choice. Yeah, I do get that. When it's back, you're not going to skip out, right, Hichan? Of course. I'm in it after all. Don't worry, I'm not going to just suddenly stop showing up. A promise is a promise. Misha pauses for a second, not looking very convinced. Hichan takes the student council very seriously, Hichan. Now that you've joined, she works harder than before since she wants to make a good impression. Some other people joined at first, but they stopped coming soon after. Hichan tried to get more people interested in the student council, but wasn't successful. Even when someone would join, they'd stop coming eventually. They'd make excuses and just put it off more and more until they stopped coming altogether. However, I believe that you really mean it, Hichan. My eyes stay focused on her hands, tilting and moving almost of their own free will, softly signing everything she is saying to herself as she speaks. When you said you would join, she was really happy. Hichan thinks you're interesting, Hichan. An uninteresting person won't have to drive needed to join. Even if they do, a person that isn't interesting will quit soon after. That's what Shichan said. So, it's my duty to make sure you keep going. Is that why you want to tutor me? You're kind of sneaky. Not a good sign of the turnover rate for a student. Yeah. It isn't a good sign at all. Well, especially as like they're saying like that, or like none of just like that's no one from like the year below has become a student council member in like 2 years. Really, Hitchan? That's the first time anyone has said that about me. There's no chance that I would avoid student council work now. Thinking back over the past few days, I've started to realize that the only reason I joined in the first place was because of Shizune. Her competitiveness and force of will are alluring. I can't tell Misha that, though. Okay, Hitchan, let's review what you learned in class today. It's telling that Lily left eventually. Though, yeah, well, I suppose with Lily, like, we know there's something between her and Shizune. Which I think Muni had said, like, you learn more about in Shizune's route, like, what happened between them. You don't even know what I learned in class today. You're right, Hitchan. Okay, let's start with the basics then. I'll just teach you everything from the beginning. You're kidding, right? Huh? You're serious? That's like days of lessons and we're not even learning on the same level. It's like riding a bike, Hitchan. You never forget the basics. I don't know how to ride a bike, though. Oh, don't worry, Misha. You're not the only one in chat who can't... doesn't know how to ride a bike. Excuse me. Oh, my throat is getting a bit dry. Oh, no. Right. I want to be a teacher one day, so of course I know what I'm doing. Okay. We're starting. She looks like she's trying very hard, so this could be bad. Well, learning a language is vastly different from teaching it, and the first step is usually the hardest part. Honestly, I couldn't do any better. Still, sign language was formally introduced in the 18th century by a Frenchman named, whose name I can't pronounce, and he started the first public school for the deaf in 1755. But the unwritten history of sign language is said to... I don't really know where to start. Sorry. Well, what better place to start than the history of sign language, right? No, wait, maybe the alphabet. Okay, the alphabet it is then. Okay, Hitchan, this is pretty basic stuff, although some people think that this is all of signing, and forget that there are all kinds of specific gestures and words. I feel this might be... actually, maybe not in Japanese. I'm trying to think like whether it would be more helpful in Japanese or English to have like the your basic characters down. I'm still trying to remember like I think I nearly like know I can sign my name in sign language except for H. I cannot remember H, I don't think. Although you can't really get anywhere else without the basics. This is A. Do you see it? Now you try. I know what A is in British Sign Language. I already noticed, though. I humor her anyway. Yeah, that's it. Now, this is B, and this is C. Misha makes one symbol for each hand, without specifying which is which. In my experience, that doesn't work. Because I thought at least the way I was taught, like your left and right hands like serve. Like if you make a gesture with your right hand, and then like mirror that gesture in your left hand, like that they can mean different things. And now, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Yeah, this is bad. Do you think Shizune wants to do some student council work today anyway? We could go. Of course not, Hit-chan. Come on, I'll do it again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Your turn. So there's really no student council work that needs doing or anything like that? Sometimes students are better teachers to each other than teachers. Sometimes they're not so great. To be fair, I think sometimes it's more about like the environment you're learning in. Though, like some people like work better like when they're in a classroom environment rather than like these like casual, like one-to-ones. What are you talking about, Hit-chan? Come on, sign! Like this? No, like this. Like this. Uh-huh. I wish Hit-chan was here. This would be so much easier for her. That's how sign language is taught most of the time anyway, with 2 instructors. Did you know that, Hit-chan? No. I let my brain run through what this would be like if Shizune were here. Hit-chan, are you paying attention? Yeah. Shit-chan says that sign language is different from any other, because you have to think about everything before you say it. This means every word has more weight, Hit-chan. Every single one is more important than normal. So, pay attention, please. She continues her basic rundown of the basics of sign language. Eventually, she starts talking about stuff I start to recognize. In the end, I'm impressed. It took a bit of stumbling to get there, but as a teacher, she's pretty good when she's serious. Just needs to figure out how to, like, get started into lessons. After a while, I start to notice that it's getting late, so I thank Misha, bid her goodbye, and go back to my dorm. I learned a lot today. Okay. Did we need the scene transition for that? Could you not have just had that on his, like, on the roof? Like, have that thought? It felt, like, really odd to, like, do, like, the fade out. We're in Hisao's room now, and it's just a one line of, I learned a lot. End of chapter. I'm jolted awake by a thunderous banging sound coming from my door. My first thought is, it could be Shizune. After all, only a deaf person or a jackass would knock that loudly at this hour. Who is it? Of course, if it is Shizune, she wouldn't be able to hear that or answer it. There's no reply, so I'm kind of pleased. I haven't seen Shizune in a while. Oh. Opening the door, I find Kenji standing out in the hall, his eyes nervously darting from side to side. Oh, it's you. Yeah, it's me. What kind of reaction is that? Well, I'd be able to give you a more personalized response if you had answered when I asked who it was. Kenji frowns and pushes up his glasses, exactly like Shizune. Why are you making that weird face? I wonder how he's able to see me making a face now, yet wasn't able to the millions of other times I've reacted to something weird he has said or done. I kind of want to pursue this, but I'm too tired to actually do it. Shizune pushes her glasses up just like that. You know, the student council president. It's just a little weird. What the hell? What do you mean there's this girl who does the same thing? You mean she touches her glasses? I do that! That's my thing! I'm sorry, Kenji. I didn't realize that adjusting your glasses was something that only you were allowed to do. Who is this bitch? Why are bitches all up in my business, stealing what I do? His character flips from anger to fear in a blink of an eye. Is she trying to replace me? Pod people? No, wait, that's an exact copy. Pod woman? It's like my 2 greatest fears combined! It is! I can't believe he has a point. Hey, you going into town today? Maybe later? Okay, awesome. I have some stuff I want you to pick up for me at the post office. Some delicate and secret stuff. He speaks in a whisper, as if talking about his mail in even a normal tone of voice will jeopardize it. You can have your mail sent directly here, you know. No, you can't. You can have your mail sent to the school, and then the student council picks it up, and then they give it to you. That's not the same as the mail appearing in your hands. I mean, the mail doesn't just appear in your hands either if it goes to the post office. I don't trust the student council. Many dudes don't get their mail here, you know. They probably steal it all. They think that just because it's sent to them, they have a license to steal. I can see them now, elbow deep in mail, fast grabbing all the free swag they can get a hold on. Sickening. Where can I find this mailman who can conjure mail out of thin air and into your hands? I don't know. I bet the student council killed him to preserve their monopoly on all the students' shit. It doesn't work that way. Is that what you want to do? Fine, I can pick up your mail for you, but eventually I'm going to collect on all these favors. You already owe me some money. Thanks for reminding me. I'll pay you back after I get my package. Yeah, my bad. I can't really pay you until then. I'm still broke. And then I'm basically doing it for money, like a job. Why'd you need the package first? Is there money in the package? Nah. I'm seriously dumbfounded. Why can't you get it? Because I'm going to remodel my room today into a war room. As the days go by, I realize more and more how dangerous feminism is. It really is everywhere, even in places like Iran. You can't tell how far up it goes. When the war begins, if we haven't transcended the concept of nations to fight for our genders, it'll be chaos. No one will know what side to take, and a war against feminism wouldn't just mean World War III, but the end of all life on Earth as we know it. If we lose, all our supple Japanese women will be raped and enslaved by a bunch of sociopathic lesbian supremacists. I'm getting a headache here, Kenji. Meanwhile, the handful of men that didn't die in the war will be castrated and forced to repair toilets and build massive monuments commemorating the feminist victory. That's crazy. You're crazy, and I think you're overthinking this. As the days go by, I realize more and more that you are not ballin'. We've only talked like 4 times. Oh, sorry. Yeah, whatever. I'll get your package. Awesome! I close the door and jump right back into bed. The second my head hits the pillow, a painfully loud ringing assaults my ears, and I realize it's my clock. The alarm going off means that right now is the time I'm supposed to wake up in the first place. On weekdays, at least. I pick it up and throw it without looking up. It gets wedged between the bed and the wall, the noise not stopping. In fact, it seems to grow louder. By the time I'm able to pry it out of there, I know I'm not going to be able to go back to sleep. The only thing I can think of doing now is going into town and just getting Kenji's stupid package, but it's too early for that. He's going down to... I think Kenji went down the rabbit hole a long time ago. Like, he's at the bottom of the rabbit hole. After showering, I take my medication. I'm actually very hungry today since I went without dinner yesterday, and before that I had just a very light lunch. Stop talking about being hungry. I'm hungry. I think at the end of this day I need to finish the stream and go grab something to eat. I eat the pills, chomping on them like a leg of... Why? Hisao, why are you... Swallow them. Grab a glass of water and swallow the pills. Why are you chewing on, like, chomping on them? They are unbelievably bitter and disgusting. Well, good medicine tastes bad or something like that. I'm still hungry. Well, yeah, they're not food. What looking to... Oh. And there's still a lot of time to kill, so I decide to go into town and find somewhere to have breakfast. I can't remember the last time I ate out. Besides, the weather's nice, so why not? Well, I remember the last time you ate out, it was with the student council. Instruction. But maybe? I've never seen a tablet, like a tablet or a pill, though, that has been, where the instructions were eat, like chew thoroughly. Like, it's all been either dissolve in water or swallow. My grandpa would butter his pill? I guess that's something he can do. The walk into town is longer than I remember, possibly because it's been a while, and probably because I rarely come here alone. There are barely any cars on the road because it's so early in the morning, making it unusually quiet. The first thing I do is start looking for a place to eat. Immediately I think of Shanghai, but I want something more substantial than sandwiches or cake. I was about to say, kind of, I bet this is going to be the Shanghai, because the game, like, that seems to be the only place we ever eat out. No, I suppose over, yeah, we went out with Lily in her route to somewhere a bit more fancy. Since it's so early though, I decided to get Kenji's package first. Picking it up at the post office doesn't take very long, but the moment I see it, I'm enraged about what a pain in the ass it'll be to carry this thing all the way back to the school. The box is huge. You need 2 hands to hold it. Insultingly, it's not even very heavy. I hate stuff like that, it's just awkward. I was thinking of wandering around for a little while, but with this thing in tow, that's going to be a real problem. I guess the Shanghai is my only option. Of course it is! We can't have... We have to make use of the backgrounds we have. Everything else is closed, and the ones that aren't all have about the same menu. That fact also makes me want to throw some more business Yugo's way. Before I can even open the door and enter, someone taps me on the shoulder from behind. I turn around and see Shizune there. Instinctively I look for Misha, but she doesn't seem to be here. Nope. I'm assuming this is her signing when it's in the brackets. Good morning. Oh, looks like those sign language classes are already starting to pay off. I'm tempted to sign it right back, but then she might think I know a lot more than I actually do. For now, I just give her a wave and open the door. She's probably here for her morning tea and didn't come here just to greet me. It turns out I'm right, as Shizune follows me inside the tea house. It's a total ghost town in here. It's not exactly peak hours, but every other cafe I passed had at least a few customers. Actually, the Shanghai has been fairly empty every time I passed by. How does this place stay in business? Hello. Thank you for choosing to patronize our establishment. Oh. Yugo bows with the force of a falling axe and her head collides with the box in my hands, launching it towards the floor. Oh. Oh boy. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Sorry, please forgive me. It's okay, and you don't have to do that. And you don't have to do that hello, thanks for choosing our shop thing, since we know you. But it's part of my job. You're here early. What can I get you? I just want some coffee for now. I wonder what Shizune wants. Without Misha, there's no real way to tell, or any way to even... Notepad! You had this conversation. I haven't learned about that yet. She's here, so I'm pretty sure that means she wants something too. I don't really know what Shizune wants. Does she have a usual? Wait, she might want something else, so... Perhaps she should bring us a menu just in case. I look around for one, but can't find anything that looks remotely like a menu. Oh, were Shizune and Misha just Okay, I suppose I have to give you a little bit of slack. But I still think it doesn't justify you, like, believing that where the tea, like, how rare the tea was, Hisao, but okay, I was fooled a bit by that. I thought they genuinely did, like, pick up menus and were hiding them. Menus. I'll look for one right now. Huh? There are menus, they're just rare. It's only a restaurant menu, not a collector's edition. Weird. Is that what Shizune is saying? Nah, she can't hear you. It's just weird for a cafe to make you have to go out of your way to look for a menu. Weird? Yes, you're right, it's so illogical. There are so many things, like, why is it called a Shanghai? This is a Western-style tea house, but the name is Chinese, and the architecture is old-fashioned, but my uniform is so modern and sophisticated. She looks like she's about to pass out. If she does, she'll probably fall forward and make a mess of everything. I can't work here anymore. What a bad place for her circular train of logic to end up. Oh, come on. That kind of stuff is what sets this place apart. There are lots of cafes around here, you know. I think it's charming, really. Please don't quit. Business is good here, isn't it? Oh, not really. See, I think this is a good job for you. It suits you. You shouldn't quit. I've never had to defuse this kind of crisis. Sorry, that feels kind of bad. Hisao, like, I know you were probably trying to get at the point. It's quiet. There's not many people. It's good. That suits you. But to me, that comes across more as, oh, the place isn't popular? Yeah, it suits you working here. Eventually, I managed to calm her down and convince her that I'm sure Shizune just wants what she usually orders here. Yuko walks away to get our drinks, and by then, Shizune has already picked a table. There are no other customers, and Yuko isn't the most talkative person, so it's very quiet. It doesn't really bother me, but I wish that there was some way we could communicate. The notepad! You know this, Hisao. Well, maybe you don't have it on you, but that should at least like come up as an option in your brain. There are so few moments when we're alone. Shizune and Misha are almost always together, to the point where sometimes it seems like they're one. Now, it's just me and her, and I'm unable to understand her or have her understand me. It's terrible. You don't have your little notepad today? I know it's the weekend and all, but it's not like you to be unprepared. Well, that's fine. I don't really like using it anyway. Still, it would come in handy now. Shizune starts signing in short bursts, punctuated by her stopping to take a sip of tea. It's strange how she doesn't make the slightest attempt to change how she normally acts. But maybe she's making a point, Hisao. Like, you're talking in front of her and knowing she can't hear you. Maybe she's making a point that, like, that feels a little off-putting to her. That you're not making the slightest attempt to change. I'm talking to her for the most part because I'm not used to long silences. I briefly wonder if it's the same for her, in a way. However, it seems unlikely. I think it's more that she is the type who doesn't change how she acts for anyone. But Hisao, I think you need to shut up. Hey, it seems like Misha joined the student council because of you. That makes two of us, you know. I'm only there because you forced me into it. Where did that come from? Well, not really forced, I guess. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have joined. That sounds slightly romantic, and I find myself blushing a little. I feel like such an idiot. Although, I still don't know why you joined. It should have been the first thing I asked in retrospect, but I'm really curious. I'll have to remember to ask Misha sometime. Silence this move. Which part? I'm just... Hisao is... Hisao did so well in Hanako's route. I had kind of forgotten how much he had been annoying me before then. Like, Hisao, like, have some self... Just before I said Hisao, shut up. I'm trying to remember what exactly what line that was. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, because if she could, like, think if she could hear you, that sounds really rude to come out with that. Oh. It's nice to talk to you, even if you can't understand me. I wonder if it's the same for you. That would be really great. She's smiling, I guess. I don't think sign language will ever be as natural for me as Misha makes it look, but it's got to be a step up from using pen and paper, right? We've both been finished with our drinks for a while, and Shizune's eyes fall upon the box sitting in its own chair by my side. Oh, I'm just picking it up for someone. It's not mine. Shizune pulls it closer to her, intending to open it, and my heart almost leaps out of my throat. I quickly try to pull it back by wrapping my leg around the leg of the chair. What the hell? Don't open it. You can't just open other people's mail. That's not legal. No. Once she gets going, there's almost no stopping her. eyes filled with excitement. She looks ready to fight me over this stupid package, and I realize just how fast this could turn into a game of tug-of-war. I'm almost out of my seat now and waving my arms like an air traffic controller before she finally settles down. I don't think air traffic controllers wave their hands. They tend to be sitting at screens. Shizune pouts, not pleased with having her curiosity checked, and gets up to leave. It's about time to, I guess. We've been here a while. I protectively pick up the box before standing up myself. Suddenly, she tenses her fingers excitedly and pulls out a marker from her pocket and starts writing on Kenji's box. Hey, what are you doing? I said this isn't mine. Hey! I can't even see her with it blocking my vision. Fine, at least let me put it down first. I have to read whatever she's writing anyway. I'll help you carry it. It doesn't seem like she's finished though, and Shizune draws a fierce line afterwards to signify that there's a catch. But it's a game. The first one to stumble loses, and the loser has to carry the rest of the way by themselves. That's stupid. There's a 50% chance I'll end up carrying it myself anyway. Actually, I feel pretty stupid myself right now. I just forgot she can't hear me. I stop talking and shake my head. I can't understand her at all, but she's coming across very forcefully. It's clear that she thinks this is a great idea. You shudder to think, what my... Yeah, if it's for Kenji, it's probably concerning. Well, if she drops the box or something, she'll have to carry it. That would make things a lot easier for me, obviously. The odds are 50-50 then. They're probably higher than they would be for any other plan of hers. Alright, I'll take it. Thinking about it, I'm not sure how we should do this. Then Shizune grabs hold of one end of the box and lifts it up, and I take the side that she isn't holding. Is this even right? It's very uncomfortable to walk like this. Yeah, I was thinking, like, for long distances, that doesn't feel like it's gonna be, like, nice holding a box, like, between two people. Because either you're gonna have to be holding it, like, awkwardly with your wrist twisted to hold it side by side, or, like, someone's walking backwards the whole way. We leave the cafe, and I find myself hoping that the streets are still devoid of people. Yuko seemed confused as to what we were doing, and I imagine it'll only get worse as more people see us. Shizune doesn't seem bothered at all while walking with her arm at this unnatural angle. She just grins confidently and periodically makes some kind of weird gesture. There are people staring at us as time passes, and the usual morning crowd begins to fill the streets. I feel silly, but I'm sure that if I give up, Shizune will take it as a sign of surrender. I can't allow that, because I think I'm doing well so far. Initially, I just write Shizune's little hand signals off as her preemptively gloating, but I catch on quickly that she's actually signaling where she wants to go. It dawns on me that this isn't a competition. It's not much of a challenge, first of all, and second, it's really more of an exercise in teamwork. It's just that Shizune has made a punishment for failing instead of a reward for doing well. Our fingers touch under the box, and Shizune moves her hand away, almost dropping her side of the box in the process. How are you holding this? I'm not going to think too hard about it. I'm just... Well, that's game over for her. She doesn't look very happy. Does she think I did it on purpose to make her lose? If she does, she isn't making a big deal out of it. All's fair in love and war. I feel like I should take it from her and carry it myself, but she pushes me away when I try. She glares at me as if to tell me off, but she can't. With that box in her hands, she is basically gagged. A sad expression flickers across her face for a second. Maybe on realizing that and having to acknowledge there are some limitations she has to deal with after all. However, she is still as prideful as ever, even when it's to her detriment. She wouldn't accept letting me allow her to skip out on the consequences of her bet. Don't question it. I will try not to. Anything is fair during the game, but the results have to be honored to the letter, huh? Shizune is an interesting type of person. The march back to the dorms is uneventful. Shizune passes the trip by shifting the box around occasionally like a giant Rubik's Cube. It looks like another game she has invented to amuse herself. Hopefully there's no sign on it saying, like, this way up. Oh, it can't be good for whatever's inside, but I don't care enough to stop her. Maybe this is how she deals with things, by making everything into a game. It's hard to say for sure, though. It seems futile to try to psychoanalyze Shizune. In the short time we've known each other, I've been surprised on a fair number of occasions. Generally, I don't think you should psychoanalyze your friends anyway. I don't think you should psychoanalyze people in general. I think they get to know them. I noticed Shizune shivering. The wind is picking up and the school is pretty high up. It makes sense that she would be cold. If I gave her my jacket though, would she reject it? I take off my jacket and drape it across her shoulders before she has a chance to protest. Her shoulders are slim and delicate, so much so that I want to let my hands linger on them. Shizune flinches when my fingers brush against her, understandably surprised. Sorry. Her fingers dance lightly over the surface of the box, and I think of taking it from her, but I doubt she would let me. Shizune makes a quick gesture of her hands as best she can, pausing a bit afterwards as if wanting to say more. I'm sure that what she means is thank you. I'm glad that I was able to catch it. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Alrighty. Sign language teacher says I'm pretty good. Okay, but I think I'm going to save there and finish up for now. So what's this chapter's name? Advanced Game Theory. Oh no. Yeah, I did save, yeah, because I just... Nope, there's Shizune. Nope, and the first of her pictures. Alrighty. So, we're properly into Shizune's route now. I guess there's... maybe 3 more streams? In Katawa Shoujo? Yeah, I think three more streams works out, because that I think would be 5 streams per route, plus 1 for the first time we went through the first arc. Oh, perfect timing! You're about to drive home. Yeah, well, I like ending it at the end of a day in Katawa Shoujo. I think those little checkpoints are nice places to kind of go. Okay, that's an episode. But yeah, no stream tomorrow, but I'll be back on Thursday. I'll be playing Kinito Pet, which I don't know much about, but I've been told, yeah. Many have said it's worth playing, but it's one I should play before I ever try out the, is it Buddy Simulator, or Buddy something, that she said was quite similar to it, but better. And yeah, I think, from what I saw, Kinito Pet is probably just a 1 stream game, so I'll probably try and get it finished all at once. But yeah, that'll be another little horror game ticked off my list. But yeah, I will be back on Thursday then. And of course on Friday, Mooney and I will be returning to Final Fantasy XIV for our walk into light. And that'll be... Ilmeg. Ilmeg is the next zone we're doing. The home of the fairies. Or the fae. The pixies and the Numo and the Fwaff. So, until then, I'll just say thank you for coming along. I do hope you enjoy. And until the next time I see you, have a good day. Have a good evening, and goodbye.